is absolutely nothing worse than when you're going through shit times and someone says to you, oh, it's okay, cheer up, be positive. I just don't understand people, because how is that helpful to anyone? It's completely fine to not want to be positive and not want to look on the brighter side of things when things are genuinely fucking up in your life. It's so normal. You can either look at your situation that you're in and think, oh my fucking god, this is so awful. Why is everything going wrong? Everything is going wrong for me. Everything bad is happening to me. I'm the victim. Or you could look at these things for what they are and just let them happen. Don't try to resist them, and don't try to put too much pressure on trying to feel a certain kind of way and feel positive.
Everybody's like, he's no item. Please don't like him. He don't wife him. He one night some. Now she don't like him.
This is a very comfortable video that we're doing today. I say comfortable very lightly because I feel very embarrassed right now. I've got like my camera fully propped up and I don't have blacked out windows or anything, but it's okay. I wanted to just talk about being tested by the universe, and I did a video about this last week, and what the fuck did I know then? Like, what did I know then? Nothing compared to now, because this week has been a series of trials and tribulations, but it's fine. Like, it's absolutely fine. It happens in life, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it because I know that when you're going through it, it can feel very shit and it can feel very lonely, and I don't want you guys to feel that way, even though it's sometimes inevitable. But I don't know, I want you guys to have a little bit of comfort in this video. There is absolutely nothing worse than when you're going through shit times and everything's going wrong for you. It feels like one thing after another, and someone says to you, oh, it's okay, cheer up, be positive. I just don't understand people, because how is that helpful to anyone? And to be fair, I get it, and I get why people say it. I completely understand it, but this is just me coming from a perspective of just being through that and just knowing how annoying it is. Really sorry if you can't see my eyes. I've got my glasses on today and it's very reflective. It's very bright. I'm absolutely boiling, sweating in my car. I've got frozen fruit as well, and that's gonna melt. But yeah, people say things like that. People will say, be positive, don't worry about it, etc., because they don't know what to say to you in a situation. And fair enough, because I know for me, when I'm going through shit, it's kind of like I want other people to give me the advice that I would give myself, and it's just not going to happen. And I find 9 times out of 10 that I am probably just better off giving myself the advice in the first place, because it just irritates me when other people try and tell me, oh, be positive. So just know, if you're going through trials and tribulations right now, it's completely fine to not want to be positive. It's completely fine to not want to be positive and not want to look on the brighter side of things when things are genuinely fucking up in your life. It's so normal, and people are going to say that regardless, but it's on you to kind of just take it with a pinch of salt and then maybe consulting yourself first, because I think a lot of the times we have the answers that we want and what we need, but we just go to other people for those answers. Now, when you're being tested by the universe, perspective is everything. You can either look at your situation that you're in and think, oh my fucking god, this is so awful. Why is everything going wrong? Everything is going wrong for me. Everything bad is happening to me. I'm the victim. Or you could look at these things for what they are and just let them happen. Don't try to resist them, and don't try to put too much pressure on trying to feel a certain kind of way and feel positive. And I say this in a lot of my videos, but it rings so true. But don't put so much pressure on yourself to try and be really positive when you're just going through shit. You don't need to do that. But in saying that, you do need to have a slightly optimistic perspective when it comes to these things that are happening, because otherwise you can literally just sit and dwell and everything seems 10 times worse than what it is. It's literally backed up by science. It's called confirmation bias. So you know when people say that if you think about a certain car and then you see it everywhere, it's the same thing with your thoughts. If you think, oh my god, everything bad is happening to me, everything's going wrong, your brain is literally trying to find more situations to back up what you are saying so that you feel like you are correct and you are validated. But we don't want to be validating that. We need to change the mindset and make it so that we're looking for the things that are going well in our life. Yeah, I guess when people say think positive, I feel like that's probably what they're meaning in a roundabout way. I mean, I feel like some people just say be positive because they've not been through it and they don't understand, but I feel like that's a really good little insight for you to take away about positivity and stuff like that. Now, when you're going through these hard times, I want you to think of it like the universe is actually testing you. And even if you're not spiritual, I know that some people can get very precious about that kind of terminology, but it really helps you get through it when you think that, right, the universe isn't doing this to wrong me. The universe is doing this to genuinely help me and prepare me for the life that I want to live. There's a Jhené Aiko lyric and she says something like not me quoting a lyric and I don't even know it. She says like, life gets harder but you get stronger, and it's so true. So these tiny little tests are kind of getting you stronger and more resilient, and they're trying to teach you something. A lot of the time, the things that happen to us that are very inconvenient and very annoying, there is a deeper meaning to it, and there's something that we need to uncover about ourselves, and there will be some way that we can improve ourselves from going through that experience. So this week I've had like a bit of a hoo-ha with my contact lenses, and I go to New York next week, and basically my optician's fucked up and I don't have contact lenses, or I do now, but this is what I mean, we'll get to that point. So I didn't have contact lenses, it was a bit of a shit show. They ordered the wrong ones, and then I came in and anyway, I could have looked at that situation and gotten so shitty about it. Like, don't get me wrong, I was annoyed, and I still am to an extent a little bit annoyed because it was inconvenient for me, and I'm not going to reject that. I'm not going to ostracize that part of myself that was annoyed by it because it was annoying. I'm going to accept that, but I'm going to take a different perspective and a different take on it so that it doesn't sting as bad. And I actually learned in that moment, I was saying to my boyfriend that I've been struggling with styes for the longest time now, and I never really knew why, and this whole experience has basically revealed to me that I haven't been storing my contact lenses correctly, which is why I keep getting styes. And I also got like a rash underneath my cheek, and I was really confused of why, but it's literally because I was getting a little contact lens pot and I was pouring this solution, the solution that I didn't change that often. I just topped it up because it didn't look dirty. So anyway, I poured that in my eye, and then it rolled on my face, and it basically gave me a rash. So from that experience, it was a bit shit of like not having my contact lenses and having to like go back into the opticians, have an appointment, have another appointment, order them in, the wrong ones, and then go back in again. That was all annoying, but from that I have chosen to learn something from that situation. So it's all about perspective, and it's all about just seeing things through a different lens and not being so negative. I don't want to say negative, but not being so pissed off about things that happen, because things do just happen, and you can either be pissed off or you can be curious about it. This is also a really perfect time for you to hone in on your self-care practices and hone in on gratitude. And I know it's thrown about a lot, gratitude, and people say it and it's like, what the fuck? But there is a logic to it, and there is a reason why so many people say it. Because when you're grateful for what you have, you are in an abundance mindset, and you are attracting in so much more abundance. It's that whole confirmation bias thing again. If you're thinking about everything that you're grateful for and everything that is going right for you in this moment, you're not concentrating on all the shit situations. You're not bringing all those into your life. You're bringing more positive ones into your life because you're focusing on it. So where your attention goes, energy flows. The car is parked up next to me. I can't be arsed. This is what I mean about tests. I'm still going through it now. It's still happening for me, and of course it's the loudest car you could ever imagine, but it's fine. We face the embarrassment and we get through it because we have a greater purpose. So yeah, it's the perfect time to hone in on gratitude and just really focus on the things that you are grateful for in your life. Just think of 3 things that you are truly grateful for. So the fact that you have eyesight, that's a really bad example in my case, but the fact that you have air, the fact that you have shelter, the fact that you have a mobile phone that you can watch YouTube videos on, they are all things to be grateful for. This person is literally just orbiting their car. I literally can't. I feel so embarrassed. I want to end this by saying, just trust the process. It feels like the end of the world right now, and it feels like everything's going wrong and that the world is against you, but I can promise you that the world is not against you, and everything that is happening to you right now is happening for you in some way or another, and you've just got to kind of just I guess get through the tests and just allow what is happening to happen and just get through it, because once you get through it, there will be so many amazing things on the other side of it. Right, I'm gonna end this now because I feel very uncomfortable because that person is still there and I am sweating. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and comment and subscribe. It means the absolute world to me. I will see you in my next video. And of course, they have just fucked off as I have ended my video. That's so typical. This is what I mean. I feel like the universe is actually playing games with me right now. I feel like they're actually throwing in the most obvious tests, like the most inconvenient, annoying tests, but it's just how you handle it and it's how you deal with the situation. And this is a prime example. Despite that, I still push through it, the uncomfortable, awkward, embarrassingness, and I continue to film my video. So yeah, just let that be some encouragement for you, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that was very uncomfortable for me. And she didn't even go in the shop. She just parked up next to me, revved her car a little bit, walked around her car multiple times, and then walked back and forth while I was still speaking, and then got back in her car and drove off. I can still hear her circling. But yeah, that was a very handy example, and that was actually very good for the video, for the content, to show you how much the universe is like testing me right now. Anyway, love you.
She sees more than the Benz wagon, the friends tagging along, the flashy nigga bragging on the song. She gets a glimpse of Sean and she likes that. He two ways her, so she writes back.